Muharram is the first month of the Islamic calendar. An important and tragic event took place on the 10th of Muharram that shook the Muslim world. It was the murder of Imam Hussein, his family members and his close friends by the army of Yazid. Hussein was one of the two grandsons of the Holy Prophet Muhammad and the younger of the two sons of Hazrat Fatima, the daughter of the Holy Prophet. There were many companions of Imam Hussein that sacrificed their lives on the day of Ashura. Many of them are not usually mentioned by their names in speeches. Many of them are not usually mentioned, although their sacrifices were no less important. The purpose of this presentation is to pay tribute and mention them by their names. It is also important to note that traditionally the number of martyrs in Karbala is stated to be 72. However, according to several accounts, there were more than 100 martyrs. Start of the Battle of Karbala. Umar ibn Sa'ad started the battle by first shooting an arrow towards the supporters of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Thereafter, his soldiers showered them with hundreds of arrows. This resulted in the death of many companions.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Yesterday we talked about Qasim, and today we will be talking about Hazrat Abbas. Many years ago there was a very pious lady called Fatima Kalbiya. She had 4 sons, Abdullah, Ja'far, Uthman and Abbas. So she was also known as al-Baneen, which means the mother of sons. Imam Ali knew that there would come a day when his son Hussein would face real difficulty and he would need a lot of help from all his family and friends. So he prayed to Allah to give him another son to help Imam Hussein. When that time came, Allah heard his dua and blessed him with a son that Imam Ali named Abbas. In fact, even from a very young age, Hazrat Abbas loved to serve Imam Hussein and did whatever he could to make sure Hussein was always happy and comfortable. One day, when Hussein was a very young boy, he asked their slave for a glass of water. But before the slave could get the water, Hazrat Abbas rushed off to get it, and he came back, carefully balancing it in his small hands, trying as hard as he could to make sure that the water did not spill before he gave it to Hussein. Their father, Imam Ali, saw this and became very sad. He had tears in his eyes. He was asked, "Oh Ali, why are there tears in your eyes?" Imam Ali replied, "You do not see what I see." Imam was thinking about the day of Ashura. He knew that a day would come when Hazrat Abbas would try his best to bring water for the children of his Hussein, trying hard for the water not to spill. On the day of Ashura, an enemy soldier called Shimr came to Imam Hussein's camp and said, "Oh Abbas, I am related to you through your mother al-Baneen, so I'm ready to let you go, and I'm going to let you be safe." Abbas was angry. He said, "Shimr, you have brought me an offer to keep me safe and not my beloved brother Hussein? If my master Hussein allowed me to, I would have hurt you by now. May Allah curse your offer of safety. Now go away from here." Later, as the sun was getting hotter and the enemies had stopped Imam Hussein and his family and friends from having any water for 3 days, the children started crying out, "Al-Atash, Al-Atash, oh the thirst, oh the thirst." Sayyidah Sakina came to Hazrat Abbas and pleaded, "Oh Uncle Abbas, please bring us some water. This thirst is killing us." Imam Hussein saw this and brought a water bag to Hazrat Abbas. he told him to try and go to the river Furat and bring back some water for the children. Hazrat Abbas got on his horse. He held the alam in one hand with the water bag tied to it, and he held a sword in the other. Now that he was ready, he went out to get water, and as he began riding towards the river, Yazid's army became very scared. They started running away because they knew how brave and strong Abbas was. Nobody wanted to fight valiant Abbas. Eventually, Hazrat Abbas did reach the river Furat. He got off his horse and he filled the water bag. He got back on and he started to ride back to the tents to get the water to the children as soon as possible. In the meantime, the children had all climbed a hill to watch Hazrat Abbas. From the hill, they saw the alam rise and come towards them. They became so happy. They thought Hazrat Abbas was bringing water to them. But the soldiers saw this. They saw that Abbas had managed to get some water and was going towards their camp. One of the soldiers sneaked behind Hazrat Abbas like a coward, because he knew that Abbas would be too surprised by this attack and he would not be able to defend himself. That soldier cut off Hazrat Abbas's right arm. So now Hazrat Abbas caught the water bag with his left arm and he carried on towards the tents of Imam Hussein's camp. But another soldier approached him and struck his left arm with a sword. So now he had to hold the alam and the bag between his teeth. He galloped as fast as he could towards the camp to get the water to the children, even though he was really hurt. Just then, an arrow pierced the water bag, and all the water gushed out onto the sand. Seeing that he could not fight back anymore, the soldiers now felt brave enough to attack him from all sides, and he was struck on the head and on his eye. He fell off his horse and he called out, "Oh, my master, my salams to you." The alam fell to the ground with an empty water bag tied to it. Imam Hussein ran to where the voice was coming from, and he cried so much at the voice that he could hear. He cried so much that he could not even see where he was going. Hazrat Abbas was his pillar of strength, and now that Abbas had fallen off his horse, he felt as though his own back had been broken. When he reached Abbas, he lifted his head and put it on his lap. Abbas said with a weak and quiet voice, "Oh, my master, when I was born, you were the first person I saw, and my last wish is that the last face I see be yours. But before I die, this cannot happen because my eye is so hurt, and the other is covered in blood. Please clean the blood from my one good eye so that I can see you. Also, my master, I beg you, please don't carry my body back to our tents, because I am so ashamed to face Sakina without any water." Imam Hussein cried as he said, "Oh Abbas, I will fulfill your wish, but I also have a wish. Since we were children, you have always called me your master. Please, for once, call me your brother." So Abbas lay injured and dying. He looked up into the eyes of Imam Hussein, and before he closed his eyes, he whispered, "Oh, my brother, my brother." Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Assalamu ala al-Hussein wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein wa ala awlad al-Hussein wa ala ashab al-Hussein.
Now it's time to listen to poetry by Sister Malek Mehdi.
This poem is about Al-Abbas alayhi salam. The shining moon, they called it Abbas. There never was one so brave and fast. As a teenager, he killed 7 men, evil warriors. He was worth 10. At his 30s, when he went with Hussein, it didn't matter if he suffered pain. Shimmer cut water to his family. He rode to the river and reached triumphantly. After the fighting, he was dizzy with thirst, was about to drink, but thought Hussein first. He filled his bottle and tried to go back. He wasn't expecting another attack. He was almost there when arrows flew, struck the bottle and Abbas too. Liquid was pouring, water and blood, not to mention tears. There could have been a flood. When he tried to return to the river, A beautiful rose was going to wither. Enemy approached behind, sliced off his arms. He couldn't give them any harm. The enemy left. He lay down dying when Hussein ran to him and started crying. He wouldn't let Hussein hold him near, as when he died there'd be nobody near. He was the king of self-control. He flew to heaven and will never fall.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين, you show your friends and your family grace with suffering and pain and misery. Such torment and trial only you could be and endure. For your faith and trust in Allah was so pure. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein, you took your son Aliaska to the enemy to get him some water, but they had no destiny or sympathy. Ya Allah, they had no trace of humanity. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, today we feel for Sakina, how she longs to be back home in Medina. And she's watching as you're mounting Zoljana, knowing that you're on your way to Shahida. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, your brother Abbas, he went to fight, standard bearer of Islam. He had such might, though he fell the flag of Islam. Night is drawing, the candles are lit. Sakina is looking for her father. Look at my ears, they are bleeding now. They've torn my ears, they've taken my earrings. It's that what you call an orphan, father. Where are you, father? I'm hungry now. I'm thirsty too. I'm tired. I want to sleep, father. There's no home. There's nowhere to sleep. I want to sleep in your arms, father. Where are you, father? They've brought some water. I cannot drink it. Aska is younger, he is more thirsty, his cradle is empty now. Now can you see the smoke, father? Where are you, father? I do not want to leave Karbala. I will stay here with you, father. I cannot bear parting from you. I will stay here. I don't want to go. Where are you, father? Oh, my Oscar, you went to the battlefield. You never came back. Oh, my Oscar, you went to the battlefield and you never came back. You asked for some water, they gave you an arrow. You never came back. Who shall I feel now? Who shall I clothe now? Who shall I rock now? Oh, my Asgard, you went to the battlefield. You never came back. You asked for some water, they gave you an arrow. You never came back. It's dark in the graveside.
The sand is burning. How will you sleep, my son? Oh my Asghar, you went to the battlefield. You never came back. You asked for some water. They gave you an arrow. You never came back.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Assalamu ala al-Husayn wa ala Ali al-Husayn wa ala awlad al-Husayn wa ala ashab. Today we will talk about Hazrat Ali Akbar. Once upon a time, Prophet Ibrahim was resting on Mount Rahmah in a place called Arafat. While he was sleeping, he had a dream that he was sacrificing his son Ismail for the love of Allah. He had the same dream for 3 days. Prophet Ibrahim loved Ismail very much, and he realized that Allah wanted to test him to see how much he loved him. Now Ismail was only 13 years old. Prophet Ibrahim told him about the dream, but Ismail was not scared. He told his father to do whatever he had to do to make Allah happy. So Prophet Ibrahim lay Ismail down and tied his hands and feet together.
This poem is about Ali al-Akbar alayhi salam. There never was such a young man who looked like the Prophet from face to hand. He passed many girls who wished for romance, but decided to honor his countenance. His handsome features were destroyed, so after Karbala he wouldn't have been known.